Throughout history, war has been a brutal arena for human conflict, but behind the battlefield, some events go far beyond military objectives. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 most horrific wartime controversies in history. These are the moments that shocked the world and changed international law forever. Number 10. Napalm and cluster bombs. Starting our list is the use of napalm and cluster bombs, two of the most devastating weapons in modern warfare. Used heavily during the Vietnam War and beyond, napalm burns at temperatures over 1000 degrees Celsius, causing horrific civilian injuries. Cluster munitions, meanwhile, scatter bomblets that often fail to detonate immediately, posing threats for decades after a war ends. These weapons are now banned by most of the world, though some superpowers haven't signed on. Number 9. Agent Orange. Agent Orange was a powerful defoliant used by the US to expose enemy hideouts in Vietnam. But the real legacy was human suffering, cancers, birth defects, and contaminated ecosystems. Over 4 million people were affected, and only decades later did the US begin compensating veterans and victims. Number 8. Bombing of Dresden. In February 1945, Allied forces firebombed Dresden, Germany, killing at least 25,000 civilians. Dresden had little military value, and the attack was seen by many as a punitive act. Even Winston Churchill later questioned its necessity. Number 7. Rape of Nangqing. When Japanese troops entered the Chinese city of Nangqing in 1937, the result was a massacre, up to 300,000 civilians murdered and tens of thousands of women raped. The event remains one of World War II's darkest chapters, and a lasting scar in Sino-Japanese relations. Number 6. The Holocaust. The systematic genocide of 6 million Jews by Nazi Germany, alongside millions of others, Roma, disabled people, LGBTQ+ individuals, was the worst atrocity of the 20th century. It defined the term genocide and reshaped international law. Number 5. Srebrenica massacre. In 1995, Serb forces murdered over 8,000 Bosniak men and boys in Srebrenica, a UN-declared safe zone. UN peacekeepers failed to intervene. It was Europe's worst massacre since World War II, and resulted in landmark genocide convictions. Number 4. My Lai Massacre. American troops killed over 500 unarmed Vietnamese civilians in the village of My Lai in 1968. The incident was covered up for over a year and became a turning point in US public opinion about the Vietnam War. Number 3. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In August 1945, the US dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killing over 200,000 people. While some argue it ended World War II, others call it a moral catastrophe. The bombing sparked the nuclear age, and endless debate. Number 2. Gaza starvation crisis. Since late 2023, Gaza has faced a humanitarian catastrophe due to Israel's inhumane and illegal blockade. With borders sealed, food and medical aid blocked, and infrastructure destroyed, Gaza's civilians, especially children, have suffered mass starvation. Doctors Without Borders, the UN, and the ICC have all sounded the alarm. This is not just a crisis, it may be a crime under international law. Number 1. Israel's blockade of Gaza. Topping our list is the ongoing Israeli blockade of Gaza, which since 2023 has been the longest, most complete blockade of a civilian population in recent memory. With starvation used as a weapon of war, the ICC has issued arrest warrants. Human rights experts call it collective punishment and, potentially, genocide. History will judge it as such, and its human cost is undeniable. These events remind us that the horrors of war don't stop at the front lines. Civilians often pay the highest price. As the world continues to debate morality, law, and justice, we must never forget these lessons from the past and present. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more history that matters.